The only way Nigeria can defeat Benin. Crystal Super Tactical Tips for Coach Eric Shell, and for the Super Eagles of Nigeria, if they must win Benin Republic convincingly. The road to the 2026 FIFA World Cup continues, and for Nigeria, the next hurdle wears the colors of Benin Republic. A familiar face, GERNOT ROHR'S, stands in the opposition dugout. A man who knows the Super Eagles, their strengths and their weaknesses. But this, right here, is where football becomes war in detail. Against Lesotho, Nigeria escaped with 3 points, but it was a performance that left fans asking more questions than answers. A disjointed attack, a midfield struggling for rhythm and understanding, and a defense guilty of lapses in concentration and cooperation as a unit. If those cracks appear again in God's will Akpabio Stadium, Benin Republic will punish them. Let's start with the Lesotho lessons. The first. The Super Eagles must rediscover coherence in attack. Victor Osimhen remains the heartbeat of the front line, his movement, his aggression, his pressing. But he cannot do it alone. In that Lesotho match, both Osimhen and Tolua Rokader made similar runs, chasing the same channels, crowding the same spaces. It must change. Nigeria needs a clear structure. Osimhen as the central striker, supported by genuine wide outlets, perhaps Moses Simon and Samuel Chukwueze, men who can stretch the pitch and create one-on-one duels. Behind them, a link man, Alex Iwobi or Joe Aribo, must sit in that creative pocket, feeding the killer passes, threading the diagonal runs. Because what Nigeria lacked against Lesotho wasn't possession, it was imagination. Yes, you heard me, they lack imagination, creativity, and understanding. Then, the midfield engine. WILFRED Ndidi did his part as the anchor, breaking play, screening the back four. But the double pivot offered little progression. Frank Onyeka's energy is priceless, but he must move the ball faster. Too many sideways passes killed momentum. For Benin, Nigeria must risk more forward play. The first pass must break a line. The midfield must connect attack and defense like a living circuit. And if the Eagles are to dominate, they must press, not just defend. Close down Benin's midfield early, force turnovers, and strike before the squirrels can settle. Now, the defensive structure. Captain William TROOST-EKONG'S remains a warrior, and his penalty goal against Lesotho reminded everyone of his leadership. But concentration is non-negotiable. Stanley Nwabali must command his box, decisively. No spills, no loose palms, no errors. Communication between Ekong and Calvin Bassey is key, especially when facing Steve Mouney, a striker who lives for headers and chaos inside the box. On the flanks, Ola Aina and Bright Osai Samuel must balance adventure with caution. Benin will look to exploit those spaces on the counter. Now, the opponent. Benin Republic. A team reborn under ROHR'S, disciplined, compact, fearless. They defend deep, but they are deadly when they counter. Their transitions are fast, direct, and purposeful. Their aerial power is another weapon, corners, set pieces, long throws, and in Steve Mouney, they have a physical forward who can outmuscle defenders if allowed. Then there's Jodel Dosu, quick, technical, and always looking to cut inside. He scored against Nigeria in the reverse fixture. Ignore him, and you'll regret it. However, Benin are not invincible. They will be without Yohan Roche and Ceci Di Almeida, both suspended. That means weakness in central defense and midfield cover. That's where Nigeria must strike, with pace, width, and intensity. Tactically, Nigeria must begin on the front foot. A 4.3.3 or a 4-2-3-1 system offers the right balance. Ndidi at the base, Iwobi and Aribo ahead of him. Osimhen leading the line, supported by Simon and Chukwueze. Overlap from the fullbacks, runs into the box, quick passing triangles, and above all, urgency. The first 15 minutes must be ruthless. Press high. Shoot early. Force Benin to play your game, not theirs. And when Nigeria takes the lead, manage the game. Keep the ball. Slow the tempo. Don't repeat the Lesotho mistake of relaxing too early. Every second, every duel, must be contested like it's the last. Because on this day, only one truth matters. Nigeria cannot afford another tactical stumble. The Super Eagles have the players. They have the talent. But now, they must have the discipline, the shape, and the fight to prove it. The only way Nigeria can defeat Benin is by being a smarter, sharper, hungrier Super Eagles. This is Kickoff Sport Africa, your home of bold football analysis across the continent. Stay tuned, subscribe, and fly with the Eagles.